Hey everyone, welcome to macOS Genius on the YouTube channel. Today we're going to go through the app called FileBot, and we want to rename our movies to the proper naming structure there is that it's out there, so Plex can understand it or any other products that are out there available that does streaming devices. There's also the Windows Media Player device. Basically, you just connect your hard drive to it, and it reads the content and matches the codecs metadata and information, and it allows you to watch those shows on multiple different codecs. But except it does not allow you to change the file name or so forth. So basically, here's a way that you can do it by using FileBot. So let me remote into my Plex server here. So this is my Plex server, and these are all my folders. So if I go to movies, I have them all categorized by the resolution. You don't really have to do that. That's really up to your discretion. So like say if I did standard definition. So here's my standard definition. And these are a bunch of movies. So you can see some says anything old school, 2018, HD RIP. Then there's the G.I. Joe, son of, with the periods and so forth. So yes, technically you can just do one at a time if you like. Oh, well, technically you can do one at a time. So if I hit Disney Santa Claus, select here, moved it over here, it's an AVI, it shows it, doesn't really matter if it's MKV or MP4 or MP3 or whatever the case may be. It shows, and then when you select, it's fetch data, you want to select on the movie database or the OMD database. It tells you, is this the Santa Claus that it's looking for? Because it also found information of this and it's not sure. So I'm sure this is Disney the Santa Claus, so it should be the Santa Claus instead of Disney in front of it. So let's see what it shows. So if we hit select, it shows you right there, Santa Claus. So it says Disney right here, hyphen is removed. That should not be there. So at this point, you want to select on rename. When you hit rename, it will rename the file here. So let's go ahead and select rename. It changes, and it changes it right there. So technically, do you need this folder? Probably not. You'll probably need only the folder if or so the sense is maybe you have subtitles or you may have extras for that specific folder or that movie. So like for an example, we'll say this one here, Red Sonja, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. So there's an IDX, there's a sub, and there's an AVI. So if we grab this, Red Sonja, move it over, select on the fetch data, it's a movie. It pops it up as Red Sonja, does it all by there. So basically all the naming convention is proper and listed. So we're just gonna hit rename anyways, and it still stays the same. So you're fine there. So it's more for like the complicated ones. So if I look for, here's an old one. Amazing Spider-Man 1977. This is back in my days. So if I select this folder and move it over here to original files. So it's an MP4 that, again, does not matter about the file format. It's just looking up the metadata for the actual file name. Now, I found this through a friend, and I don't think they even have metadata back then, but let's find out. So if we hit fetch data and do the movie database, oh, look at that. It did find it. 1977 Spider-Man, but it's hyphenated, Spider hyphen man. Oh, that's pretty cool. So yes, that's the one. And but as you can see, you highlight it, it doesn't really show information, so it shows an ID. But like these other ones, you select it and it shows you all this other additional information. So it's really old. So let's hit select. So it's going to switch it over here. So this parentheses over here is going to move over to the left. And then it's going to show parentheses here in the far left. There you go, parentheses right there. Now, also on the people want to know is, can I do multiple movies? Sure you can. So if you want to do multiple movies, you select on the movies that you want. So let's say all of these. So let's go ahead and select all of these, plus the ones that we missed, Sniper Assassin, Fist of Fury. So let's go ahead and drag all these over here. So you can see they're all different names: G.I. Joe, Spy Troops, Ninja Table. Now understand, when you're doing multiple, you're going to be prompted probably a few times saying, are you sure it's this movie? Are you sure this movie? It's not going to do it automatically for you, so you're going to have to do it. Now you will select on the movie DB or the OMDB. If this one doesn't succeed, you can use this one. So let's just use this one because I have more success on this. So here, see, G.I. Joe Ninja Battles. Is it 2004? Well, pretty sure, because it's not the Rise of Cobra. That's not the Rise of Cobra is not in here. It's in a different folder I have it at. It's not Joe 1970. It's not Joe 2014. So we're going to go ahead and select. Then it says The Spy. Are you sure it's this one? So G.I. Joe Spy Troops. Spy Troops and The Spy are two different ones. So it's not going to be here. G.I. Joe Spy Troops is a cartoon animated show, and this, by looking at the picture, is not animated. So you can go ahead and select skip. It says, please identify the following: Looney Tunes Speedy Gonzales 2007. So this is the actual name, that's what it's called, for the Looney Tunes here. So it cannot find the metadata to match what this show is. So I'm just going to select OK, but I know that is the year. And then it's going to ask me for these other ones, the internship. So yeah, it's a 2013, not 2019, because I saw that movie and the picture here also matches the same. So you want to select on select. So it found those except the ones that I skipped and the one that I named properly. So it doesn't know those two. So we're just like, see, these are the updated names. You see here on the left-hand side, it'll be updated in a moment once you select on rename. Then it says, oh, wait a second, we saw semicolon. Do you really need semicolons? You can hit continue and it'll keep it, or you can hit validate and it will remove it. I like it nice and clean, so do validate, hit continue, and now it changed those files. Now, as you can see, it changed this one, but it didn't change this folder. It's not going to change the folder itself. It's just going to change the name of the file, and if it's a subtitle or an index of the subtitle. So for this movie, we can drag it out to standard definition if you want to keep it nice and clean. You can remove it that way. Or just like this one, Disney, it's actually called a Santa Claus, not Disney. So you can just do that. Now, the only reason why I named it as Disney is because I may create a folder for movies just for Disney movies and just have that in a different directory. So, but then, yeah, so it did find Sniper Assassins, and it did find The Amazing Spider-Man 1977. It did not find this one, and it did not find, so what you can do, if it didn't find it in your Plex, you can just organize it in a certain way to say, oh yeah, it should be this and this. We'll name it as unorganized, like I have this one here. And you can put it there. But the thing is, when you put it into another subfolder, it does not recognize it. And then it says, where are these two shows? I can't find it. And then nobody can see my shows. So basically, that's all in all how to use the renaming tool, FileBot 491, doing multiple movies or individual movies, and all at one time, and it does it very quick and very easy. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to select subscribe, select that bell icon to the right. Put any comments down below if you wanted to know what all these other additional features are, and I'll definitely create a video and share it with you, or test anything out that you might need to be tested. All right, well, thanks again for watching macOS Genius on the YouTube channel, and have a great day.